Hello, guys. I welcome you back to Global Education Zone. And today, in this episode, we're going to be dealing with an introduction to Microsoft Excel. Now, in this introduction to Microsoft Excel, this course is going to be basically on Excel formulas and functions. And basically, this course it's a course that you should take no matter what version of Excel you are using. So it's basically the basics of Excel functions and formulas. So and it is designed specifically for Mac users. So if you're a Mac user, you can always benefit from this course because it covers most of the basics. But if you are not a Mac user, you can also benefit from this course. This course is basically on Excel for general general use. So now, first of all, this is the page. This is the screen that will be shown when you launch Excel. So this screen is a screen of that um, decides whether you are going to take a new workbook, or you are just going to go to the recent ones, or you are just going to open. So when I go to the open, it shows on my Mac, so I can start to open the ones on the Mac before, or I can go to recent workbooks. So you can see that there are no recent ones. I didn't mean there were recent ones; they would have appeared on this portion of the screen. So no recent workbook. So we have a new. So this new button, it gives me a lot of options. I can try to create a black workbook. I can take a tour. So in this take a tour, it just introduces the basics of Excel. So when I click on this take a tour, it's going to talk about show me the basics of how to use Excel. So basically, we won't be doing that. You can also make a list. So all these ones are called templates. They are templates that help you to um, perform specific actions. You have total a list. You can also track your list. You can also manage your money. This is called personal budget. So we also have the family budgets. So we also have the credit card payoff. So these are basically templates that are used for different specific purposes. College course manager. I specifically like this one because I'm also a college student. Then we also have the household organizer. There are a lot of templates you can use, but most of the time these templates require internet connection. So if you don't have an internet connection, you have a limited access to these templates. But basically, no matter whether you have internet connection or not, you can always make a blank workbook. So that's what we'll be doing now. So generally, we're making a blank workbook. So just double click on that template, and you can see it has opened a workbook for me. So actually, I will maximize the screen. So this is my book. This is the new workbook. Now, for those of you who are new to Excel, the idea of workbook is kind of like a file. You can see workbook as a file. So this is a new Excel file, and this Excel file is made up of worksheets. Now these worksheets are also made up of rows and columns. You can see these are boxes. So this I've zoomed it. These are the boxes. So all these rows and columns, these boxes, you can see all these are called rows and columns. And these rows and columns, they are basically placeholders where you enter your data in Excel. So there are a lot of things you can do with all this, and in this course we'll be exhausting all the possibilities you can achieve with Excel. Just stick with this course and watch it to the end so that you can gain as much as possible. Then basically you see when I minimize, you can see it gets very smaller, but let's take it to the normal how it was. So when if this is the normal way it was, you will see the number. This is the 100. So this 100 shows that this is actually the how it is. So this is the correct. This is the normal view without maximizing or minimizing. This is how it should look on the normal screen. The next, this workbook is made up of worksheets, as I said earlier. So you have the worksheet. This sheet 1, this sheet 2, so this sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5, sheet 6, sheet 7, sheet 8, sheet 9, sheet 10. So you can also click on this plus button to add new sheet. So when I click on it, you see that it will show sheet 11. So this sheet 11. I can also create sheet 12. Then you can switch between different sheets depending on where you have the data. So these sheets, they are files. These sheets, they are kind of like your files in this workbook. So and these sheets, they can be linked to one another. In a workbook, you can link a sheet to another. So we're talking about all those. There are a lot of possibilities that are available in Excel. There are a lot of things you can. These are called but first of all, let's just deal with the structure of Excel. So you have this you have the title bar. So this title bar, it contains the name of your worksheet. So of your workbook. So now basically if I try to save this workbook now, it will bring a tab so that I'll be able to change the name. So that tab that's where you can change the name. But now this is the present name. So it's book two. I can decide to change the name, but basically I won't be doing that now. So now this is called the menus. These are the menus, and these are the ribbons. And these ribbons are characteristics of each particular menu. So when I click on another menu, if I click on the insert tab, so these are called tabs, insert tabs. So it will display another pane of ribbons that are associated with inserting. We have the page layout. You can see it shows a different ribbon and that is associated with the page layout. Then we also have the formulas. It shows a lot of options and icons that are associated with formulas. We have also have the data tab, we have the review tab, we have the view tab, and developer tab. Now some of these tabs they might not show at once. Some of them are hidden till you click on some various aspects of Excel. For example, when you create table, you see the table tab appear somewhere here, but because we have not created a table, so we won't see it. So most of the time, the where you need to go is the home tab. Home tab is where you see the normal and general functions of Excel, like your bold, your italics, your underline. So this is where you see the general functions of Excel. And if you notice, you see that this when I click on this any of this, it shows it's there's a box underneath that displays the function. For example, if I click on this, you can see that it shows accounting. Look at the box. The box is accounting number format. So this is telling me that this is the function it performs in this place. They also have there are a lot of things. These are the different functions. But let's go away from that. Let's go to the this work area. This is a work area where we'll be doing a lot of work. So, but before we work today and before we move on to the next episode, let's talk about this button. So this is basically the status bar. It shows a lot of things. So in this status bar, you have the page layout. You also have the page break. You also have the normal. So at this point, it's in the normal. I can change it to page layout and I can also change it to page break view. So basically, above that, we have the different sheets that are in the workbook. So these different sheets, they are the files. So for example, let's go back to sheet one. So we're now in sheet one. It has taken me. So whatever data I entered in sheet one is going to be recorded in sheet one. So let me just type some data in sheet one. So I'll have to zoom in so you can see it better. So now, assuming I type data like maybe name of people. Now we're talking about more on formatting of data in Excel, but today we just doing a general layout. So whenever you are actively using a cell with these ribbons, it kind of blurs out because you can't make use of all these functions. But you see, when I press enter, it will be light again. You get so when I go back and want to type, it will blur out. You can see that. So let me now we can see that I've mistakenly cleared my data. So what you do is you just click on Control Z on the keyboard, or you can also go to this is the quick access toolbar. You can undo from here. So I'll click on undo and to restore whatever mistake or errors I've done. So basically that is the first thing you should know. So whenever you mistakenly make something or kind of an error, you can also click on Control Z. So and if you want to redo that error, you can click on Control Y. So before we finish this episode, we are going to be talking about how to we're going to be dealing with changing of the name of this sheet. So there are a lot of things. You can see that this text is outside outside the column A. This is the column A, this is the column B, column C, column D, column E, column F, and so on. You can see that this text is actually extended beyond column A. So there's a way to adjust that. We'll be doing that, talking about all those in the next episode. But finally, let's talk about how to change the name of the sheet. So I can change the name of the sheet by double clicking on this. So it will have a light blue highlight on it. So I can now type the new name and it will clear the previous name. So let's call this name sheet. So now you can see that that name has already been registered. So you can see that if we go to another sheet and if we return back to name sheet, it will still give us the where we were before. So this name sheet, it is the sheet that we are currently on. So it basically automatically saves the name and saves the data in the sheet. So I hope you enjoyed this episode on basics of Excel. If you have, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Then watch this episode, watch this and course to the end. Thanks for